guys, so we are kicking off retreat number 2 as official hosts this year. So it feels a little different and a lot more exciting that we're already here to greet everybody. So we just set up everyone with their coconuts and their beach towels. We're here at Baru Beach, super close to Dominical where we've been staying. It is a dream. It's completely all to ourselves. There are just fruits dripping off the trees, coconuts in piles, and there are all kinds of lizards and iguanas snatching up our mango pits. Cannot wait to see everybody. Hey you guys, Erin and Dusty and Max and Liv here, and welcome back to Eat Move Rest, and welcome back to our home, the place we're all familiar with here in Nebraska. So we are no longer in Costa Rica. Here.
We were in Florida after the New Year, as you guys know, and then we were in Costa Rica for the entire month of March, hosting both of our retreats.
You know, even for those of you who maybe the retreat next year or this year just doesn't fit into your schedule or your budget, timing's not right, maybe you're trying for a baby, we get it. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts.
Right.
We want to still bring you guys along for the journey because that's what YouTube is about, right?
Totally.
Like, the people we follow, we're inspired by and motivated by, or we just like to live vicariously through them. So we want to be a part of whatever they're experiencing. So that's why we're bringing you our retreat recap like we do every year. They're always so much fun, and we have fun for like our guests to get to, you know, pop on and see themselves and see all of the clips that we've gathered throughout the past month.
Beaches, like crazy hikes, waterfall jumps, like yes, occasionally grasshoppers as big as your hand. This stuff is fun and exciting to see, like Erin said, whether you're interested in coming to Costa Rica or not. So this is why we put these together.
So this was our first year hosting not just one, but 2 retreats. We did have a week of downtime in between, which served as our first family vacation as a family of 4, which was much needed. We were pleasantly surprised and relieved that everything went so smoothly with 2 kiddos in tow. We were both baby wearing for all of the hikes this year, which let me tell you, I was a lot more sore than I had ever been in the previous years.
We had an absolute blast. Hosting 2 retreats was more fun than I thought it was going to be. I was a little worried that we might get worn out, but both groups were equally good. I think we always have great groups.
Yeah, I think it takes a certain breed of person to even come on a retreat with total strangers in a foreign country, eat funky foods, be in bed with crickets and grasshoppers and lizards on your ceiling. So it already takes an open-minded, bold, brave, outgoing individual to come on the retreats. So that being said, the groups are always incredible. We have people of all ages, shapes and sizes, genders. Some come as couples, some come as singles, some siblings, and it's such a unique mashup that it's just like we can't even try to be the same if we wanted to, but the one common thread is that we're all searching for truth, we're hungry for health, and we come together and we make magic.
Totally. I was telling some of the people on the phone this morning that the coolest thing for us, like we love YouTube, we love Instagram, we're super excited about writing our book, but the retreats are by far like the coolest thing we do.
Yeah, so like we started social media to find our tribe, and one of the gals we talked to today was 58, and she said it took me until now to find my tribe, and I'm like, that's why we're kind of almost hacking our way in through rounding up all of the coolest people that are kind of our style and our vibe into the same things, and getting you guys to come on the retreat with us, and you're secretly actually our babysitters too, so it works out.
We're basically recruiting 15 babysitters every year, so we get to travel with you guys. No, honestly, that's the most fun for us too, is that we get to be fully present and with you guys. Yes, we bring our kids, so occasionally we're a little distracted. We're hiking with the children, but we're on the buses with you. We're on the hikes with you. We're sharing meals with you. Whereas when we've done local retreats before, like we're the ones leading yoga. We're the ones leading and cooking and doing all these things. But at Farm of Life, it's all taken care of for us, and we just get to hang out with you guys. It's our favorite thing ever.
So going on a retreat at Farm of Life had been a dream and a goal of ours for years, even prior to hosting. And then we got the opportunity to host. And one of the biggest draws, obviously, was the abundance of amazing fresh fruit, vegetables, lots of raw foods, but also some amazing cooked food as well. So our meal plan was phenomenal. Ariana, our chef, is actually creating her own cookbook this year. You guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. We'll be sure to share it when she releases it. So
for sure.
We enjoyed a raw till forest style, which was lots of fresh fruits and vegetables in the form of juices, smoothies, puddings, chia pudding, sauces and dips. We had like veggie and carrot sticks and fresh melon, cantaloupe, pineapple, papaya, almost every single day, like on
Yeah.
demand. Tons of bananas and coconuts that we could crack and
Yeah.
tap into on our own to drink throughout the day.
Right.
I really got into that this year. We had these really amazing plantain wraps. So they were raw dehydrated plantains
Yep.
with flax and other ingredients, and they were rolled into wraps with veggies and a good hummus inside.
Yep.
They were so good. I think they were everybody's favorite at one of our big hike days.
Yep.
And then we really loved their Moroccan peanut stew. It
Oh,
had
so
chickpeas
good.
and sweet potatoes. That was amazing. We had an Indian night, casado night, which is like a typical Costa Rican meal with
Yep.
rice, beans, baked plantains, and like a little salsa on the side. We had a Greek night. Good. Oh, our
And then we
burger
had
night on the last
Burger night and taco night. So
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta have a burger night, you gotta have a taco night. Obviously all vegan. We do kind of a raw till 4 style of eating. Raw breakfast, raw lunch, raw snacks, and then dinner time is like a cooked feast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good, and it's, again, it makes me feel the best. I like have the most energy. I sleep amazingly well.
Mm-hmm. And
I wish that we could do this back home.
Me too. Everything was also gluten-free, soy-free,
Yeah.
oil-free. You leave this kind of vacation, if you even want to call it a vacation,
Yeah.
feeling rested, restored, rejuvenated, and
Yeah.
like you just go home with such a wealth of inspiration and information to implement into your life when you go back home.
Totally. I'm gonna say this too. We said this to a couple of our people on the phone this morning. We like to go beyond the kale. So yes, we're talking about a plant-based retreat. We're talking about all these plant-based meals. But honestly, our retreats are so much like more than just food.
100%.
Every night we hang out, we share a meal, we go on the hikes. We're always talking about like next level things. It's faith, spirituality, like what's the meaning of life? Like who are you? What do you do? Like we leave with 15 like best friends. And again, our conversations are rarely about just food and or nutrition. They're always about like, how do we transcend like the mundane feeling of everyday life? How do we find our muse? Like, how do we accomplish our business goals? We had so many people asking us about, how to start a YouTube and how to work online and
Basically how to escape the 9 to 5.
yeah.
And also, how to not be on the deferred life plan, waiting
Totally.
to do things like this
Yep.
when you're retired, but to do
Right.
them now while you're young and active, and don't let your kids hold you back.
Right.
Don't let anything hold you back. We had one gal who was wheelchair bound and had been in a horrible accident, but she booked the retreat
Yep.
telling herself she was going to heal, she
Yep.
was going to get through rehab, and she was going to come on the retreat and
Yeah.
hike all the mountains and jump off the waterfalls, and
she
she
did.
did it.
She did it.
Susan, props to you.
Totally.
We had some pretty transformational stories like that, and we have people who have already booked for next year who
Yeah.
came in previous years saying, I'm a totally different person now, so I want to
Right.
re-experience Farm of Life
Yep.
with you guys as my new self, because I know it's going to be a totally different experience.
We've had multiple repeat guests. So we had both of the Abbeys come like 2 or 3 years in a row. We've had a couple this year that came back. 2 gals that met, Lena and India, met on our retreat last year. They've been really good friends. They've stayed close. They came together this year. And again, like Erin said, we've got our friend Destiny coming again next year, who came last year. It's like so much fun to, again, now that we know these people, we've become friends, we've kept in touch. We have like, after over our 5 retreats now, we have like 100 individuals. Like we have these massive group texts. We're keeping in touch. We've traveled, Erin and I have traveled across the states to meet some of our new friends that we've met on our retreats, and they're meeting up and hanging out with each other. So this is finding our tribe like we never imagined before.
So like Dusty had said, going beyond the kale, there are a handful of unique experiences that you probably haven't been involved in your entire life, haven't even heard of, like the
Yeah.
cacao ceremony. We dance our hearts out. It's
Right.
so much fun. It's very heart opening. Visiting Amy's, which she lives off grid, and you've probably heard us talk about her, but
Yeah.
she sleeps under the stars. She doesn't use a toilet. She bathes in a river, so on and so forth.
Yeah, but
It's
she's
just something you really have to be there and
Yeah.
hear her talk to
Yeah.
really have it all soak in, and
Right.
it all makes perfect sense listening to her talk about everything she talks about. For example, SEA being sun, earth, and air.
Yeah.
And we've really truly realized, especially after this year, how many of the things we do that don't cost a thing, that are good for us.
Right, and not just good for us, essential. And so yeah, Amy talks about sea bathing, those 3 things that Erin just mentioned. And beyond that, like I mentioned, the yoga on the yoga platform that has an amazing view of the mountains, the ocean in the distance. You really loved breath work this year.
Breath work was cool. Our yoga instructor was from Spain. Her name's Carmen.
Yep.
So she was very exotic and had the coolest accent.
Yep.
She was very interested in, passionate about, and skilled in breath work,
right.
leading and teaching us how to do breath work to maybe heal, maybe manifest something in our lives, reach
right.
goals, just to come to terms with ourselves, or just to enjoy yourself more at the farm of life and relax and be present.
Yeah.
And she also did sound baths, both private and as a group, which was incredible.
Yep.
Out of this world.
Yep, sound therapy. I was actually bummed I didn't do a sound therapy session with her, but I did get a massage from Jack, one of the guys at the retreat center, which was similarly like out of this world. In fact, Ariana, the chef, says she got a massage from Jack one night and she woke up the next morning on the massage bed. Like, she was so out of it. Jack said he woke her up, she fell back asleep and just like spent the night on the massage bed. He just left her there. So Jack is great for massages. Carmen is doing amazing work, and every year they have these volunteers that come in and are doing these things, that are chefing, that are working in the gardens, that are doing massages and all of these types of things. And every year we've had new people and they've all been like amazing. So we're actually really excited to hopefully see some similar faces next year, but also see some new faces at Farm of Life that will bring undoubtedly some really cool stuff for all of us to enjoy. A lot of people like want to know, well, what do I need to bring for these trips? Honestly, flip-flops, board shorts, yoga clothes. Like, we were actually able to pack super light, or we tell everybody else to. I say that and I feel like a hypocrite because we had...
It looks like we didn't, but it's mostly kid things and baby things. 2 car seats, right. 2 baby carriers, camera gear.
Camera gear, and then supplements. Okay, we have to admit, for the week while we're on the farm, we're like perfectly taken care of. So if you guys decide to come, you don't need to bring anything. But with our time like in between, we were like, we need to bring a blender. We need to bring like our omega-3 supplements. Our Sun Warrior protein, like, we have to admit, like, we had to bring some of this stuff because it's our favorite. We're so used to it. We're hiking, we're doing all these things. I'm like, I can't survive without my protein powder, which might be silly. Cool thing was, we showed up to Mama Toucan's, the grocery store, and they were selling it there.
It was seriously like a Sun Warrior wall of fame. They had like any and every protein variety they've ever made. It was seriously like a shrine. And I'm like, okay, so there's this dreadlocked hippie guy right here, and there's this man bun guy over here, and the bearded man, and the mom with 5 kids on her hips. They're all shopping here. Sun Warrior's here, so obviously we're in the right place and we're on the right protein.
Oh my
Totally
gosh.
raw, vegan, free of all the yucky stuff. Tastes amazing, and we were so glad to have found it, like Dusty said, for that week off. I was actually like itching to get back to Farm of Life and be taken care of as far as meals go.
Me too.
But I'm glad that we were able to have our shakes and smoothies, and we had our little mini NutriBullet with us.
Totally.
So you guys know we've always been huge fans. We even travel with it.
You guys probably won't need to do that. We felt like we had to. We probably won't next year. We'll just go to Mama Toucan's and get it at the grocery store. But you guys know the drill. We love Sun Warrior. If you are digging on Sun Warrior and haven't tried it yet, use our code EatMoveRest to get 20% off.
So Dusty and I are not good planners. We do not plan ahead well. So if it was us trying to book a retreat for next year, we probably wouldn't make it happen. That being said, we know a lot of you guys realized last year that you missed out. So people have been jumping on it this year. Spots are filling up really quickly, especially for the first retreat. We are offering 2, like we said. So if there's anything in you that's whispering or shouting at you to join us, do it quickly, do it soon. It's first come, first serve. And
we're not just saying that, no joke. We had like 4 or 5 phone calls just before we filmed this today, and we haven't even put this video out, obviously. So definitely jump on this if you guys are at all interested. We'll hop on a call, we'll sort it all out. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Like I said, visit eatmoverest.com/retreats to find all the information and to get in touch with us.
I kind of feel like God's saying, Hey, maybe you guys should spend more time in Costa Rica and host more retreats.
Man, I know. We've seriously, after this year, we've had so much fun. Kind of staying that week in between was nice because we kind of got to like live like a local. We had our own car, we had our own little place, we went and got groceries, and yeah, I could totally see us staying for a few months at a time and maybe doing many more retreats because we've got so many people interested. I think it would be doable and really exciting. But yeah, next year, 2 retreats on the books. If you're interested, reach out. Find us on Instagram at dbstanzik, at Erin Stanzik. We have all kinds of content from the retreat that you guys can go check out. If you're interested.
We could keep talking for hours and hours, and I know I've said it. I want to share recipes. I need to get them from Ariana, and I want to talk more about breath work. We have a lot that we could dive deep on, but we're going to have to save them for dedicated separate videos.
Totally.
Because we really want you guys to just get a bird's eye view of the retreat here now.
Last thing, we went live last week where we talked more about the retreat, so definitely go check that one out. And 2 weeks ago, we posted our week in between. That was kind of our vacation. Also Costa Rica, but not retreat footage, but people were loving that one. That was such a cool Airbnb.
That was my favorite video so far.
Oh, me too. It was amazing. We had people say that they cried. So definitely go back, watch that video of our week off while in Costa Rica. Go watch our live for more information, and then definitely reach out if you're at all interested in joining us next year, 2023 Costa Rica EatMoveRest Retreats.
Until next time, eat, move, rest, your best, and Pura vida.
Pura vida. Peace, guys.
Bye. There are 3 things we all do every day, and we could all be doing them better. Eat, move, and rest.
We're Dusty, Erin, Max, Olivia, and Bo, and we're the Stanziks.
We aspire to live a plant-centric, faith-forward, healthy lifestyle and welcome all of the adventures that accompany it. Join us every week as we blend, chop, juice, run, lift, ride, and master our minds in between on the ultimate quest to find better balance, deeper connection, and true happiness within.